and welcome back to another time trial in Gran Turismo, and we're in another brand new car, the Polestar 5, and we're at Brands Hatch. This is the Indy circuit though, which is the shorter circuit. We're on sports hard tyres, difficulty I put as medium. Reason for that is a small track means the times are really tight in terms of getting that gold time. An estimate I've put at 51.0 seconds. So if you get under 51, I reckon you'll be on for gold. But do remember, there is a prize at the end of this to go to Japan. So you're going to see quite a lot of effort put into this one. So that time could go even further. If you do enjoy these, do give them a like, subscribe to the channel, stay in touch with all the latest content. And remember to hit the hype button if it's available to you as well, as that really does help the channel out. Here we are, straight into the lap guide then, 50% in terms of speed. As we head towards turn 1, on the left-hand side, we have that 3 board there. You want to brake early in this car. It's an electric car, okay, so it's got a lot of weight. So you need to brake earlier just to make sure you don't go too deep. So I'm braking at the 3 board right here. I'm going to hold on to the brakes, and then I'll start to release the brakes at this moment in time. Let's say I'll start coming off the brakes, and as I turn in, I'm going to let the car roll a little bit now, okay? Once I know the car's turned in, and I know I'm going to make the corner, I can accelerate through. Now, this car loves to do a bit of four-wheel drifting, so if you do touch the gravel a little bit with your left wheels, don't worry, you can power on through it with that electric motor. Now, I've got 2 brake markers here. On the left-hand side, we have the green part of the barrier there. You can use that as a brake marker. If you want to be the last of the late brakers, though, the shadow there on that left-hand side, the end of it, is a really good brake marker. I wouldn't normally talk about shadows, but in this situation, we're on time trial. The time isn't going to change. Really good brake marker. We point towards the corner then. We're hard on the brakes. And as we get to the curb, we start to release the brakes. We'll let the car roll a little bit now, and then we go on throttle. So we don't go 100% straight away, because if we did that, we'll get a whole load of oversteer. We went close to it, though, to try and maintain some speed. And once you know you're going to go straight and not drift, you should be able to accelerate absolutely fine. The Graham Hill then, on the left-hand side, you see how the line goes straight right there? This is your brake marker. You see how early I'm braking here. Normally, use the green and the 1 board up ahead that you can see here on chase cam, but no, we're braking early for this corner. You actually want to brake early for all corners in this car due to its weight. I've already said that already, but as we go into here, notice there we're turning in, we're going to clip the curb. Once we clip the curb, we then start to accelerate. Straight up your steering as best as you can here, and use all the curb on the exit. You can go wider than that even, just make sure you're back on before that curb ends as we head towards this left-hander coming up. Now on the right side, we have the 2 board. This is actually a brake marker, believe it or not. Yes, you do have to brake for this corner. Again, due to the weight, the car will understeer. So you have to dab the brakes, allow the car to turn in. That shifts the weight in the car and does mean the car can turn in. If you brake any later, really here, you're going to struggle. Notice that we hit the brakes now, we're turning in. We want to clip the curb on the left-hand side. We do that, we can then start accelerating. If you don't touch the curb, you can't accelerate. You lose a whole load of time if you don't touch that curb. It's very critical you do that. Up ahead then, we have this brown patch on the inside of the curb. So we're braking just before we get to that. Again, this is just to control the car. So we're going to go on the brakes, not necessarily 100% here if you are struggling with understeer. Notice there, I don't touch 100% once here. We're just trail braking all the way to the corner, and then we're going to release the brakes and then let the car roll a little bit. As we clip the curb, we then want to start accelerating, and we're just trying to get the car turned. Now, the problem you have here is the earlier you get on the throttle, the more oversteer you're going to get because you're going over the crest of the hill. So you just have to be careful about that oversteer. If you do get any power oversteer, you are going to lose lots of time very quickly. This is a 49.8, actually, I think I got this. Yeah, there we go. The lucky 8s, 3 of them. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump to the controller lap, or the gamepad lap. So we continue towards the 3 board left-hand side. We're going to hit the brakes now. As we get close to the corner, we start to release the brakes, trail brake in, then let the car roll a little bit. As you see, the car rotates. Then we can start accelerating as we go down the dip. We're looking for the green or the shadow here on the left-hand side. We hit the brakes, turn towards the corner a little bit. As you get towards the curb, release the brakes, let the car roll. Start to accelerate right now. Just be careful of oversteer on the exit. We get it there, but on the controller, easier to control. On the left side, as the white line goes straight, hit the brakes, release the brakes, turn in, clip the curb, then start accelerating through this corner. Notice how much of the curb we use there. You can use that absolutely fine here. 2 board on the right is our brake marker. We turn in now, we clip the curb. Now we can accelerate through. Just before the brown patch, we hit the brakes. Now I went 100% braking there. Notice that I did suffer a little bit of understeer, but I came off the brakes, which allowed me then to turn into it. A bit wider than I wanted here. Notice the oversteer there. How much time I lose because I oversteered. That's what I'm talking about here, and that's why I kept this lap on. You do not want the power oversteer, so just come off the power a little bit just to make sure you don't get that. That's a 50.366. You can do it on the controller. We jump now to chase cam, 3 board on the left-hand side. That's what we use here. ABS is on weak for those wondering which ABS setting I am using. As we continue on through here, we're going to head up here, and the end of the shadow is what I'm using here. We hit the brakes. We turn towards the corner a little bit. As we get towards the curb, we release the brakes, let the car roll a little bit, then go half throttle, then go full throttle. You should make it around absolutely fine. I was a bit more aggressive there, but don't worry too much about being ultimately aggressive. Your goal here is to get a gold lap time, and as you can see on the right side, most of my laps are gold. So it's very much possible here. So 2 on the right side there. We're going to hit the brakes and we're going to turn in. We clip the curb. We're going to accelerate a bit more. And just before the brown patch, we hit the brakes again. Not 100% braking, so it allows the car to turn. If we do 100% braking, like we did on the controller, you are going to suffer a little bit of understeer. We keep it nice and tight there, just controlling the throttle. We head towards the line, sticking to the right-hand side for the shortest distance. It will get you a couple of hundredths, but that might be what gets you that gold and 2 million credits. Now, we're going to jump to VR now, as we always do here. We're going to head towards turn number 1, left-hand side 3 board. We hit the brakes. As we get closer, we're going to start to release the brakes and turn in. If we clip the curb and see how the car rotates nicely there, just as we get to that point, you can then accelerate through that. We clip the gravel there a little bit, but look at that. We kept hold of it. It's absolutely fine. We head in towards this right-hander. Looking around the corner, and the good thing about VR is you can look all the way around Druids and know exactly where you're going. Head down here then, just as the white line goes straight, we hit the brakes, we then release the brakes, we turn in, clip the curb, and then we accelerate out of here. Notice how we straighten up there just nicely as we look for the 2 board on the right hand side. We're going to hit the brakes now, we're going to turn in, hopefully clip the curb. Oh, not quite as well as the other laps, but even so, we're going to now hit the brakes for this right-hander, and due to that compromise there, we're a little bit wider than we should be, so we have to compromise now. And as we go through here, I just counter-steered into that. We lost the time. You can see the ghost extending that time there. So it's critical you do not oversteer in this car. However, that is a 50.1, and you can see it's available or possible to do it in VR as well. And that's the critical part on why I show you VR and on the controller. Is it possible to do it? Yes, it is. Right, let's jump into the, well, how to get there first of all. This is the main menu, and what you're looking for is in the top right-hand side here, the sport mode area. Okay, this unlocks at level 10 on the cafe menu. On the right-hand side is online Timetrials. I want you to click into that. There are 3 available here. We're obviously interested in the Polestar one on the left-hand side. There's only 7 days for this one, unlike normal 2 weeks, so keep that in mind. We click into this then, and you can see the gold, silver, bronze times. They will come down in reference to the world record, so it's 3% of the world record at the time. Now, if you want to load my lap or check out the data logger, of course, which is in Gran Turismo, you can do that by checking out the leaderboards here. So you can do it here in terms of just checking out where the time is and watch the replay, or you go into the session and just locate my time there of the 49.888. But that is it in terms of this time trial end. So this is an interesting one. It's all about controlling the car, controlling the weight. So just brake early. Brake early and let the car roll, and you can just control the car then. That's my advice for this one. That is my big tip, and hopefully that tip gets you 2 million credits. If it does, make sure you do give it a like, and make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, and hit the hype button if it's available for you to do so. If you don't check out including the Yas Marina time trial if you're interested in that, or my patch video where I discuss the patch in more detail. Do check out my partners down below. A big thank you for the support as always. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.